That's the unbelievable story.
Terry Oglesby, Larry Scarrato, and Joe Lindsay are the officials here tonight in Game 2. Rocket Watts back door, and a quick bucket for Cassius Winston.
Really nice play without the basketball. He's got such a high basketball IQ, Winston, as they said at the top of the show.
Khalil Whitney, number 2, one of the freshmen for Kentucky. And keep an eye on the guy with the ball right now, Emmanuel Quickly, probably the most improved player coming back for the Wildcats.
Well, I think he'd be like P.J. Washington, who came back the second year and benefited from it, now starting with Charlotte.
Quickly forces it up, and he
said so well, Dan, the fact that he's improved so much in their workouts. They say he's a different player than last year.
Winston, preseason first-team All-American. Some feel a National Player of the Year candidate if he has the kind of year that he had last year. And they might not need him to do as much offensively, to shoot as often this year as he did last year. Should have a little bit more help. Remember all the injuries they had last year. Tillman, a stress reaction in his foot, shut him down last year. Eventually he had surgery, and it just has not responded. And he is shut down again, and they'll reevaluate in January.
Yeah, they're hoping to get him back for the stretch.
Rocket Watts, the freshman, already an assist in this game, misses the 3.
For a guy like Winston, you got to be able to play him really tough, so it opens up the lanes.
Xavier Tillman, nice patience, and he lays it in with a left hand.
Terrific move around the box inside. They say he's improved his footwork, and there's a demonstration of it right there in the low post.
And a nice look inside. E.J. Montgomery will lay it in for Kentucky. He's a really important guy for the Cats because they are thin up front. Baseline floater won't go down.
If Kentucky's going to...
We've got E.J. Montgomery, Nick Richards, and the grad transfer we mentioned, Nate Sestina from Bucknell. And those 3 guys figuring to alternate at the 2 big spots, although they can go small, play small ball 4.
Well, they got some wings that can really play. We're going to see him here tonight. Whitney and Keon Brooks.
This is Whitney with the ball right now, guarded by Rocket Watts, a couple of very talented freshmen. Higgins with 3 on the clock. Floater, yes, and a play for Higgins to extend the lead for Kentucky. Well, Higgins going to be in the grill of Winston all night long. Good ball screen there by Tillman. And Tillman is going to physically battle you. Nick Richards is taller, but he's got his hands full with Tillman doing a good job, and he forced a turnover. Khalil Whitney off balance, draws.
I had a player say to me, if you don't yell at me, it means you don't like me.
I guess you like me then.
I love you.
Gabe Brown comes into the game for Henry. Look at that pass from Winston to Watts. Mark is his given name, but he's quick. His dad had the nickname Rocket as well. Winston misses the 3, long rebound. Quickly's got it. So we got a Rocket on one side and a Quickly on the other.
And they are quick on the perimeter, Kentucky, I'll tell you that.
Higgins keeping the dribble alive, pulls up for the jumper. How about the confidence for Higgins so far?
Tell you what, he makes that jump shot. Wow. Big Blue Nation loves that. Boy, you talk about passionate fans. Unbelievable.
And what a start for the Cats, up by 7 in the early going.
Hey, a little different than last year in the Champions Classic. They were blown out by Duke.
For more offense for their teams this year.
And their teams need their offense as well on the perimeter.
Quickly kept the foot down.
Oh, what a great look.
Richards can't finish, and Tillman's got it.
Well, Richards got to go stronger with the basketball in there. He made a great dish. Higgins got him the ball at the right place.
Kithier to Brown in the corner, and Gabe Brown knocks down the 3.
That's his expertise, shooting threes. He's a guy that wants to shoot the 3 ball. Had some good moments last year in the tournament.
6'7" wing, took 59 shots last year. 43 of them were beyond the arc.
Well, I got something right.
Higgins trying to get away from Kithier. Twisted his ankle a couple of weeks ago in a close scrimmage that Michigan State had with Gonzaga. Didn't play in their second exhibition game, but getting some run here tonight.
He can make shots, too. He's one of the kids that can really make shots from the perimeter for Michigan State. But really, who else is a really, you could say, an automatic guy? Put the ball in his hands, he can shoot it. They got a kid on the bench they think could be that guy, Juzang.
Yeah, Johnny Juzang they think can shoot. Oh.
This is November, man. A lot of these kids just not familiar with each other, the timing.
Winston with a floater.
Just came to the sideline. They put the same thing right around his back. so it shouldn't be too big of an issue.
I'll tell you one thing, Holly, you are one of the hardest working people in the business, football and basketball.
Absolutely.
I want to be her agent. She deserves a hell of a lot more than she's making.
And she's so excited. Her 2 sports coming.
Well, Winston met a score with Higgins out of the lineup.
Brown, 1 for 2, make it 2 for 3.
Higgins back on the floor now, yeah? But then Brown, he can shoot the ball. He's a guy that can make shots. And when you can make shots, it hides a lot of the liabilities one possesses.
Michigan State seems set at the point, obviously, with Winston. On the wing, you would think, with Henry. And in the foul. Sestina, he can shoot it from out there. You got to guard him beyond the arc.
And they're doing that. They're keeping him away from shooting the ball.
Richards, strong move, but off the back of the iron.
They got to get Richards and Montgomery to give him some point production down in that 3-second area.
Bingham for 3. And here comes Quickly with a full head of steam.
I think we go quickly, Maxey.
Deep one for Maxey. 3-4 feet behind the line.
They're not going to keep him on the sideline. Absolutely not. Just like they couldn't keep Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. He made them have to play him.
So Maxey, Quickly, Higgins, John Calipari, you know at some point, Dick, he'll experiment with all 3 of them, right?
Yeah, he told me before the game, I'm going to play a lot of 3 guards.
To 66 in game number 1.
Tell you one thing, you talk the Big Ten, you better watch for Maryland, man. With Wiggins, and Cowan, and Smith. I think Mark Turgeon's got himself a heck of a basketball team.
Quickly off to Maxey. Look at the speed going to baseline. Tried to reverse.
A couple of sophomores, Ashton Higgins and Emmanuel Quickly, you're very close with. We're just saying how much better they are. Tell me how you can be built for this stage at such a young age.
It's about what you go through. You know, I mean, there's a lot of adversity, a lot of tough pressure coming in when you go to Kentucky. You know what Coach Cal brings. A lot of guys that's probably one and done or can they win a championship. But Ashton and Emmanuel, they just developed from their first year, just being more aggressive, more leadership, and all those type of things. So I try to talk to them, help them out as much as possible.
Okay, I know you're out right now for the Wizards, but there is some magic happening in Washington, D.C. The Washington Mystics, WNBA champs, the Nationals world champs. How cool is it right now to be in D.C.?
Man, it's the dopest thing ever, man. To see the Mystics, to be there for Game 5, to see them win, and to see the Nationals, a team that started, I think, 19, like 43 at first and end off 83 or something. It was great to see those guys make a run. I think it's time for us to get a championship, so I'm not promising anything, but that's my ultimate goal, is to bring a championship there for the Wizards. But the city has been on fire, and you can't expect nothing that, and you can't knock the Caps that won.
They can tell you what it's like, what you have to do to get to the NBA, and they can relate to the pressures you feel trying to play on as big a stage as being a Kentucky basketball player is.
And they also take Henry up for as much as he wants, when he wants. I mean, he's a legend there now. He's become an icon. There are many people that can handle the pressure of coaching at Kentucky. He can.
Montgomery spins and then kicks it back out. Higgins back to Montgomery. And around and out. Well, Montgomery might have had a better look inside. He's a good jump shooter, but had a decent look inside, decided to kick it out. Look at this cut by Arns, but the pass is taken away. Kentucky in transition. Montgomery.
Ran the court really well right there, Montgomery. Did a great job getting out in the lane in transition. This Kentucky team's been able to run this year. Really get out.
He may be the X factor for this team if they can get big quality minutes out of him in the front court. Brown from the corner.
I agree with you. I think that he and Richards have to give him positive minutes on the inside. You need some interior play.
Higgins trying to get away from Winston. Floats it up, no good. Gets it back.
See, that was a little example of last year. Attack, get in, but not be able to convert. They got blown out. We talked about it. Duke beat them like 34. It could have been 50. Put 118 on the board against them. Yet Kentucky went all the way down. It took an unbelievable effort by Auburn to beat them to go to the Final Four. Don't count out Bruce Burrell's club again down at Auburn. They got some good talent, and he gets the most out of his people.
And that's after Kentucky had beaten Auburn a couple of times during the regular season. Quick pull-up. Winston left it a little bit short. Great rebound by Marble.
Something that's a way of life in the NBA.
Yes. It's one of the points of emphasis. There have been some rule changes as well, and they continue in terms of points of emphasis. They want to make the game flow a little bit more. Less contact, more freedom of movement. A lot of contact there at the initial move by Sestina.
Yeah,
eventually he drops it in.
That initial move, you wonder why the whistle and blow. Tom was looking right at it, didn't say much. War is an All-American.
And if people are saying Louisville and Miami, what's Dick be talking about? An ACC? Well, yes, the ACC has gone to 20 games this year.
The network, too, came into existence.
The ACC network has come in. So every ACC team but Duke, which played here, is going to play a conference game tonight or tomorrow. For example, on the ACC network tomorrow night, the defending national champs, Virginia, they'll be up at the Carrier Dome in Syracuse.
Well, what about Notre Dame?
Yep.
Hooking up at North Carolina.
Yep.
See the debut of Cole Anthony? He's for real.
Brown with a line drive jumper that's short, inside 2 minutes to go. Here in a first half that has lacked offensive fluidity on both sides.
Don't use words like that because that's too many syllables, okay? Couldn't you say fluid? You got fluidity. Right. Showing your intelligence, that IQ you possess. Oh, wow. Pamizo wasn't happy with that shot by Brown. Look at him get in the lane again. See,
And Lawyer at the point again with Winston on the bench right now for Michigan State.
I think this is going to be a special Kentucky team no matter what happens here tonight. I really do. I think a special Kentucky team.
Arns off a screen, missed a 15-footer, ball still loose, and Brooks hits the deck and comes away with it for Kentucky. Maxey.
He ran to the three-point line. Should have attacked the rim for a layup.
Ooh, too high of a lob from Hall to Brown.
They got so many components. He told me before the game, he said, you know, playing time sometimes becomes a little issue. And people want to play, but it's very tough. I tell them if you play and you perform on the floor, you're going to stay on the floor.
Hagan's back on Lawyer, and Lawyer just can't shed him, and finally a trap.
Played at Texas was just amazing.
30 seconds to go in the first half. Low-scoring first half.
Yeah, Michigan State with 23. Yep. Something that they didn't expect here.
Maxey and foul.
Representing the school with great pride and passion.
Shot clock off.
Be a great player, no question.
Winston back into the game for the final seconds of the first half.
And decision because of what happened in California and all over.
Maxey gets it off, can hit, and Michigan State with the first possession. Two-man game, Winston and Tillman. But again, Kentucky recovering very quickly. Nothing easy for Michigan State.
They really are moving well as a team. Remember, good team defense is communication and guys helping one another. That was one heck of a drive right there.
It is Winston or nothing offensively right now for Michigan State. He's got 14 of their 26.
That's about 55% of the points.
Thomas Kithier back in there starting the second half. He picked up two very quick fouls. So did Aaron Henry. Both of them were non-factors in the first half for the Spartans. Quickly in Hagan's again in the backcourt. Hagan's great burst of speed. Too strong though.
And that layup there right now is like an automatic. He beats the guy with the first step, go to the lane, come up the empty.
Richards and Sestina starting in the front court for Kentucky in the second half. Montgomery started the game, not Richards. Boy, Winston's like he's got the ball on a string dip.
He really can handle. He's got great ball handling skills.
Tillman starting from beyond the three-point line, doesn't get a shot off.
Funny players.
Michigan State preseason #1, Kentucky preseason at #2.
You know, we may have a situation where these four elite teams, 1 through 4, may not hit 70 for the night, either team.
Kind of crazy if you think about it.
Absolutely.
And a Kentucky turnover. Here comes Winston. Ahead to Henry. Nice job avoiding the defender and laying it in.
Well, I got to get Henry going. Henry's got great scoring ability. Tom feels he can be an NBA player. Got in foul trouble early, sat in the pine. They need him.
As he would go out onto the court and take shots. This is a kid who has never given up despite how difficult things got. And he has a mission. He wants to get to the NBA and make things easier on his family. I mean, my heart's just so full of joy right now to see Andrew Jones achieving that after all he's been through.
That's great stuff, Holly. Thank you. And tough as nails describes Holly Rowe, too, right there.
Yep. She's just absolutely what she went through is incredible.
Henry to Kithier with the answer to the other end to make it a 6-point game again.
Well, seeing a little offense the last two possessions. One by Kentucky down in the post and then two-man play up the other end.
Richards can't get the shot off. Now will turn around and a long jump hook won't go. And Kithier much more involved in making his presence felt here early in the second half for the Spartans.
Getting used to it.
And how about the Spartans slapping the floor on defense here, getting feisty now, Dickie V.
Well, the crowd really rose, the Spartan fans. One in particular behind the bench, Mark Pentecost, who built their practice facilities. He and his wife, Cindy, very generous people.
Hagens, little stop and go, can't finish. Michigan State can inch closer.
Well, there's a little bounce to their step right now, Michigan State. You can feel it. You know, I think Henry and Tillman are so important to this team.
Nearly stolen away by Hagens. What a pest he is. Winston just keeps on going, and it'll stay. Guards, Hagens, Maxey, and quickly together. Boy, good job staying down on defense there by Maxey. Shot clock's at 3. Henry.
Go to class. I'm trying to live a disciplined, calm life, and that is paying off and showing up on the basketball court.
Hey, one thing, he also plays the saxophone, piano. He's a talented guy. The drums, the whole bit. Musician.
Henry no, and Sestina down with a rebound.
Sestina doing a good job on the interior, rebounding against this tenacious Michigan State team on the glass.
Gives them a lot of experience along with the freshman class and the sophomore group that they've got.
I really believe at the end of the year you're going to make a case that Kentucky having the best perimeter game in basketball.
Khalil Whitney with a three-pointer, and all of a sudden the lead is back up to 10.
You know, guys like Whitney, Brooks, we haven't seen much of. They can play. Once they get their playing time, they got to make sure they perform, earn that PT.
Shot clock at 5. Hall with a little space. Nice kick. Brown again. And another miss and another rebound for Sestina.
He's really a rolling threat right now, shooting the 3. Oh, wow.
Look at that stroke for the big guy. He can really knock it down.
Well, Wisconsin got beat today, too. St. Mary's, California. Played up in South Dakota.
Well, let's see what kind of response Michigan State could amount here. It's a 9-0 run for Kentucky.
Well, they need to run real quickly to get back in this game.
Kentucky's defense has been great tonight.
Yeah, it really has. That's their strength.
Wow, nice spin move there by Tillman.
Yeah, you know, Tillman, Henry, and Winston, 3 legitimate big-time players. They would have 4 if they had Langford. See, Langford in a game like this becomes important because he can make the 3.
Whitney looking for Sestina, can't get it into him. And now Maxey.
Sestina's really earning playing time. He's going to be on the floor a lot this year for Kentucky.
Got to get a shot off. Quickly leans in, and it'll be a shot clock violation. Tillman calling for it. Got a Richards on him. Kick back out. Arns for 3.
He can do that. Arns coming off an injury. He has the ability to shoot the 3. And the 3 ball will get you back in the game. Now they're back in single digits.
And another guy who brings experience and toughness to the Michigan State team. 2 things that Tom Izzo really values. Drive by Hagens.
Another one empty on a drive.
Yep.
Beats the guy to the goal. And came up empty.
And a great save by Winston. Henry. And he banks it home, and it's a 6-point game.
That's a big-time move right there. A big-time move. Great first step. Explodes to the goal.
Boy, a lightning-quick 7-0 run now by the Spartans.
These teams are 1 and 2 because they don't go away. You know, they're going to keep coming after you. There's a lot of talent on the floor. They're well coached. Look at both guys. Both guys coach like that.
And another foul.
And I can't believe it. There's 3 of us.
His coach is on his side.
And I'm saying him on his side right there, too, because really there was no foul.
Whitney elevates at the free throw line. Richards the offensive rebound.
Just spun to the baseline and had himself a dunk. Drop step. Hey, UB Brown here, teach them how to make that drop step on a baseline. UB is a great clinician.
Hagens lost it. Richards finds it but can't finish. Michigan State again on a run, 7-0 run. Kentucky has not scored in a while. Rocket Watts, we haven't heard from him in a while as he misses the three.
He's had a tough time shooting the three.
Maxey with a burst of speed. Tough baseline runner.
Tremendous baseline shot right there, Maxey. Man, he can play for me any day of the week. That guy is a winner. He's got great, superb quickness.
Henry, beautiful drive.